control of this game. 4th and a yard. Elliott blasting to the middle of the line.
And the Rams are fighting him every step of the way. They just got a 4th down stand. Gives to Anderson, and he puts it in the paint. Rams with the lead. He's got the 30, outside to the 35. First down, Jared Goff. The Rams will go to the NFC Championship game.
I'm really sorry. And all of this stuff that you were talking has now come to an end. I told y'all wasn't gonna win a damn thing this year, and you didn't. Goodbye.
Ha-ha! What's up, everybody? You know who's back. I told you I'd be here. I got a Tom Brady jersey on. Do you know why? Because this is really America's team. This is really America's team. Not these damn Cowboys. Not these damn Cowboys. I ain't scared of none of them. I am here in the house. Of course, we'll get to your sorry Cowboys a little bit later. Got the Bears and Packers and Thursday Night Football to talk about, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. I heard T.O.'s gonna be in the house. I heard DeMarcus Ware is gonna be in the house. It don't matter. This is my house. This is my house. I'm taking over, okay? Stephen A. and the crew. Texas live in the house. You know what time it is. First take's coming right now. Holla at your boy! Woo!
The 100th season of the NFL. We're underway. Rodgers lofts right side of the end zone, and it's caught. Jimmy Graham, touchdown!
He's got wrapped up, and down he goes. 5th sack of the night for the Bears.
Trubisky lofts it over the left side, and intercepted. A dagger of a play.
Dallas, good morning. Welcome into First Take on this Feel Good Friday. The 2019 NFL season has begun. Welcome to Texas Live in Arlington, just steps away from AT&T Stadium, where America's team and my New York Football Giants face off on this Sunday. I am so fired up right now for so many reasons. Here with my boys, Stephen A. Smith, y'all know him, Max Kellerman. Good morning, guys. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Molly,
Yeah.
for the first time in years, these fans actually have the right to be excited about the upcoming season.
No question.
Oh, sit down. We heard enough. Sit down. Sit down. Let them sit down. This ain't the Super Bowl. It's y'all Super Bowl, because y'all ain't won nothing. Y'all sit down. We ain't worried about y'all.
All right.
Sit down. Whatever.
Okay. Thank you all for being here this morning. We so appreciate you, but we got a whole lot to talk about. Let me tell you this, Hall of Famer Terrell Owens will be here with us the entire second hour. I think I might want to ask him about Antonio Brown. What about you guys?
Of course.
Of course. DeMarcus Ware will also be here, but we're going to start with your boy, that bad man. Not looking so bad last night. The Packers did get the win against the Bears, less than thrilling win in the NFL's 100th season. Both teams struggling. Stephen A., I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
Is this a big deal?
Well, it's a big deal for the Chicago Bears. It wouldn't have been a big deal if Aaron Rodgers had lost because, number one, he's Aaron Rodgers. Unlike some people, he's a bad man, okay? So let's be clear about that, all right? And him, being the experienced veteran superstar football player at quarterback that he is, it wouldn't have been a big deal. It wouldn't have been a big deal, particularly when you're playing with a first-year head coach who failed up, had the 27th ranked offense in Tennessee, and gets a head coaching job in Green Bay. But that's a different subject for another day. It is a very big deal for Mitchell Trubisky because even though they lost the game, it would have been one thing had they lost 30-27 or something like that. You scored 3 points against the Packers defense. Now, we can talk about the Packers defense, and we can act like there's something special, and maybe they are. But the fact is, throughout recent history, meaning the last decade, that has not been the case when it comes to the Green Bay Packers. you had questions about the Chicago Bears and what they were going to be able to do offensively. Nobody's questioning that defense led by Khalil Mack and those boys, or Leonard Floyd and those boys. They were questioning the offense, Mitchell Trubisky, and what was he going to be able to do? And the answer was absolutely, positively nothing. He couldn't get anything done last night. He had to force a couple throws. Obviously, Adrian Amos intercepted that pass to the end zone. That was a forced pass. He had to try and get a touchdown. Couldn't settle for a field goal. We understand that. But really couldn't do anything all night long. And that's why Nagy said after the game, the offense was ridiculous. It was unimpressive. If the Bears are going to be anything, it's going to have to be their offense that does something. We know what their defense is going to do. Their defense is elite. But once again, the offense, just like they did in the playoffs against the Philadelphia Eagles, even though everybody wanted to blame it on the field goal kicker, the offense of the Chicago Bears, devoid of the requisite weapons for Mitchell Trubisky to work with, by the way. Let's not forget that. The bottom line is their offense is suspect. Mitchell Trubisky is suspect. He's the guy that you elected ahead of Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. He's the guy that you elected ahead of Deshaun Watson. That guy is your quarterback. You moved up to get him, and the fact of the matter is he didn't have a good start last night, and that's something to be concerned about.
Well, the Patrick Mahomes ship has sailed. Trubisky's never going to be as good as Patrick Mahomes has already been. I don't care what he does. It's just that's not in most players who ever live. Probably the Deshaun Watson ship maybe has sailed too. Is it a big deal? The answer is no, not yet. Is it a big deal for the Packers? Look, new head coach, Aaron Rodgers for the first time has a new head coach as a pro. Aaron Rodgers wants more responsibility, all these things. We've seen it in the preseason, guys basically not practicing. Offense can be a little slow out the gate when you have to learn new stuff, and defense can just go attack. So it's not a big deal yet. However, did Aaron Rodgers look good? No, he did not. Is it a big deal for the Bears? The answer is no, not yet. Because we saw Nagy and Trubisky have a whole season of success last year. Nagy's offense, there were receivers constantly wide open for Trubisky to throw to. But the answer is not yet, because now let's see you do it again. The league's had some time. Let's see you do it again. The defense is probably going to regress because of the turnovers regressing to the mean. Let's see you do it again. And then for the NFL, is this a big deal? The answer, guys, is no, not yet. But the Super Bowl was the lowest scoring in history. This opening game was the lowest scoring in several years. Are we seeing a trend? Have defenses caught up to the offenses? Too early to say, but I got my eye on it. So your answer to the question is no, not yet.
Well, listen, we are allowed to deduce based on, listen, of course you got 15 games to go. But damn it, if somebody looks like a scrub, ain't nothing wrong calling them a scrub. Now, I'm not going to sit up there and go that far and call Mitchell Trubisky that, but what I am going to say is that their offense, albeit ranked 9th overall last year, was 21 in yards and 21st with their passing game.
Bears?
They were not that impressive. And so you know that, and you saw how the Philadelphia Eagles were able to relatively neutralize them in the postseason. You expected something. You know when you go into the offseason and you know your defense is stout and it's legit and it's big time, you got one thing to fix other than your field goal kicking, and that's your offense. And to come out on opening night at Soldier Field against Aaron Rodgers, and all you can put up is 3 damn points on your home turf. That's embarrassing.
You heard that sound. You heard what the Packers say. We wanted to make Mitchell Trubisky play quarterback. They did that. He's 1-6 when he throws the ball more than 35 times. They wanted to put the ball in his hands and see him struggle.
The thing about Trubisky,
and they were successful.
The thing about Trubisky that was eye-opening for me in the beginning is when I saw him outrunning linebackers. He's fast. Mm-hmm. But the question for the Bears really is, do they suffer the same fate as the Jags with Blake Bortles? This really good defense with a quarterback who's not what you want him to be. They may be a version of the Jags.
But my eyes will certainly be on that bad man. The good thing for the Packers, they don't go on the road again until October 6th. Dallas, we're just getting started, everybody. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You know what I'm really excited to talk about? Antonio Brown. What is going on? He loses his temper with the Raiders executive in front of the entire team. Is it time for Oakland to end their relationship with AB? Who better to talk about the Cowboys than one of Dallas's all-time best, DeMarcus Ware, is here to talk about America's team hosting the G-Men. That's coming up next. Stay here.
It's the L-A-T-I, the F-A-H, the Q-U-E-E-N. You are now on the scene with Latifah the Queen. You wanna ride? Let's take a spin. Come on. Now what you see is all a dream. I'm the man Bill Rasmussen. To having every sport played network that works to the whole world comprehends. Come on. Now, don't you wanna go to South Street Seaport Studios, where the sky's the only limit that we know? As Jalen, as Molly, how we rose. You are rocking with the greats, make